Today I'm going to review The Power of the Doctor.
You are not finished.
We are not finished.
Vestiges of your consciousness. Fragments of yourself.
From the past.
The Power of the Doctor was the third and final of the 2022 specials, and it's the last of the Jodie Whittaker era. It's also the last produced by Chris Chibnall. It was directed by Jamie Magnus Stone and written by Chris Chibnall and runs 87 minutes. The special has a massive cast, more than any other before. It stars Jodie Whittaker as the 13th Doctor, Mandip Gill as Yasmin Khan, John Bishop as Dan Lewis, Sophie Aldred as Ace, Janet Fielden as Tegan, David Bradley as the First Doctor, Peter Davison as the 5th Doctor, Colin Baker as the 6th Doctor, Sylvester McCoy as the 7th Doctor, Paul McGann as the 8th Doctor, Joe Martin as the Fugitive Doctor, David Tennant as the 14th Doctor, Sacha Dhawan as the Master, Jemma Redgrave as Kate Stewart, Jacob Anderson as Vinder, Bradley Walsh as Graham. The Dalek voices were done by Nicholas Briggs. Also, right at the end of the special, we have a scene with Bonnie Langford as Melanie Bush, Katie Manning as Jo Grant. In this special she's called Jo Jones because she was married. And best of all, William Russell, who was 98 at the time, playing Ian Chesterton. And he was a companion right from the very beginning. So this is a massive special to finish off the Jodie Whittaker era. Not only does the Doctor face the Daleks and the Cybermen and the Master, but we also get to see many cameos from past Doctors and old companions. And the ending has Jodie Whittaker regenerating into David Tennant, now officially called the 14th Doctor. He was previously called the 10th. So it is a weird plot involving the Daleks and the Cybermen. They get this like alien creature on a planet. It's a little girl and they're using her powers. Yeah, hell, I couldn't understand the fucker. The bloody Daleks use a bloody little kid to blow things up on a planet. Load of bloody bollocks. Yeah, it is a bit confusing, Bones. But the plot's like an excuse to bring all these cameos. So you get to see all the past Doctors and old companions. But the actual plot, the story line's really confusing. And that's the trouble with a lot of these recent Doctor Who stories. I wish they weren't so bloody confusing and they did sort of like ordinary storylines like they used to.
Someone tell me what the hell is going on here?
However, I really did enjoy this one. It's seeing all these old companions and old Doctors. So it is a mixture though, a mixed bag of really great moments and some power bits. First off, I'll get to the bits I didn't like. Right at the beginning there's some terrible CGI. Jodie Whittaker's Doctor's on the train and Yasmin and Dan are on it. The background looks terrible. When I was watching it the first time I thought, oh bloody hell, this is going to be terrible. However, the special seems to get better and better as it goes on. Like I said before, the plot's convoluted. That's a bad point to it. Another thing, the Daleks are bland in this. They've been overused too much. And the Fugitive Doctor, played by Jo Martin, she just popped up. I don't know why they bothered writing that scene in. However, the bad things, the good things make up for it. The Cybermen are menacing, much better than the Daleks in this special. Probably one of the most surprising things for me was the Master was actually bloody good in this. Sacha Dhawan, he was really good. He seemed to play the Master almost like a Hannibal Lecter sort of character. He knows things that annoy people. So he was making comments to different people to rattle them. There's also scenes where he's captured. I got a very Hannibal Lecter vibe off him. One of my favourite bits though was actually seeing Tegan and Ace together. They're both working for UNIT and it was great to see them again. Really proves how good these two companions were in the classic show to have them brought back for the special. Hey Phil! These old companions from the classic show can act better than these bloody new buggers they have now. brilliant that you get to see past doctors as well. Sort of like, almost like holograms. They do pop up and they've got quite a bit to do. Although Colin Baker's doctor doesn't have much to do. He was sort of like short-changed in this, because he didn't have a companion to talk to, so he didn't really have a great deal to do. I think my absolute favourite bit though was Peter Davison's doctor, the fifth doctor, talking to Tegan. And it was brilliant when she asked him what he thought she was thinking about, and he knew what she was thinking about, Adric. And that's referring to Earthshock, because Adric dies at the end of it. I thought that was brilliant saying that.
I remember everything.
Yeah? Well, what am I thinking seeing all these Cybermen?
Adric.
I also liked the seventh doctor talking to ES, getting them motivated. I thought that was really good as well. Two of the best scenes. It was also brilliant to see Paul McGann, because his doctor, he's only been in the TV movie, the little 5 minutes Night of the Doctor, which is excellent. I'll have to review them too sometime. So if you count this one, it's sort of like me had 3 appearances in Doctor Who now. And he also has a funny line in it as well, saying he doesn't do robes, whereas the other doctors had robes on, but he didn't.
Why don't do robes?
There's always one.
It'd be brilliant if they could somehow do a special with him. Get him to do some more stuff, because he's done very little. In fact, do a spin-off with him, Ian, playing the 8th Doctor. That'd be excellent. Obviously, they couldn't have William Hartnell back, but they got David Bradley in again. He's really good as the First Doctor. His previous times playing the First Doctor was in The Doctor Falls, Twice Upon a Time, and he was also in a brilliant production called An Adventure in Time and Space from 2013. That's when he played William Hartnell. I thought that was a brilliant production, and it's really interesting how they're managing to bring this Doctor back to play the First Doctor. You also get to see Kate Stewart, who's head of unit. Vinder returns, character from Out of the Flux. It's weird that Dan, the character of Dan, gets almost kicked out the TARDIS, because he says he doesn't want to risk his life anymore. Goes home. Graham returns, and there's like a bit of a chemistry between him and Ace. And Yaz, she was quite good in this one. At least they toned down the emphasis about her being gay, and like the gay relationship between her and the Doctor. And last but not least, I thought Jodie Whittaker was quite good this time. Brilliant regeneration scene. I'm not a fan of her era by any means. I'll have to do another video about me thoughts on her era now that it's over. But I didn't like her era, but I loved her last story. Yeah, I'm glad to say the back of both the buggers. Chris Chibnall cannot write, another bugger cannot act. So she regenerates, and right at the end you see a bit of David Tennant. It's totally weird because his clothes regenerate as well. So that'll have to be explained in the special that he's in. Supposedly he's doing 3 next year. I think all 3 are coming out in November, I think. And then after there was 3 specials, you'll see the new Doctor. I think his first one will be a Christmas special. And it's just been revealed his new assistant, Millie Gibson. She's a good choice. It'd be interesting seeing both of them together. However, the best bit for me was right at the end, where there's like a meeting place of people who've been a companion with the Doctor, talking about it, getting it off the chests. And we see Mel, Joe, and best of all, we see Ian Chesterton. It's great they got William Russell, because he's 98. Getting him back, I thought that was brilliant, because he was one of the first companions. Also, they were going to try and get Tom Baker, but for various reasons he couldn't do it. So I thought this was excellent. It's annoying that Chris Chibnall didn't do more stories like this. So I'll not rant about that. I'll do that in another video. It was basically just writing a load of shite during his era.
It's a fucking disgrace. What a fucking disgrace.
And Jodie Whittaker's Doctor never really evolved. I still don't know her personality. She's just the same from when she first started. But this special is really good, and I was really impressed. It restored me faith in the TV show. And now after watching it, I can't wait for next year, seeing what's going to happen next. So for that alone, I'm going to give this 10. 10 out of 10. What do you think boys to do, like? Hey, get the fucking flags out. The Wicked Witch is gone. Okay, everybody, bye. See you next time. Like, subscribe and share. Bye. Bye.